So now that I've transitioned into a Honda fanboy, as you guys know, I have a Honda Motocompo, maybe one of the rarest Hondas ever. I got a Honda Life, maybe one of the rarest Honda K cars ever. And honestly, I'm loving it. I have no complaints. I drove the Life all the way back. To be honest, I gotta make more videos on this car because I feel like I painted the picture that it's very slow. And in all reality, it isn't really that slow. It's just not good as acceleration. I'm not beating anybody off the line at a red light, but it is very comfortable and it's quick. It'll get to 110 kilometers. You guys saw my road trip video. It'll get to 100 kilometers with no problem. It just, when you punch it, usually when I punch a car, when I put my foot all the way down, I'm expecting the car to downshift and go, and the Honda just doesn't do that. It just goes, and it gets there. But in today's video, we're gonna compare the 1997 Honda Life to its Japanese big brother, the Honda SMX. So as you guys know, I made a video here a couple months ago, and this is where I learned about the SMX. This is where I fell in love with the SMX, and this is why when I was in Texas, I was like, I want to get an SMX, I want to get an SMX, I want to get an SMX. But I kept thinking about this one because this one is just as clean. It has a cool little like sunroof up here. This one has a dash cam in the front and rear. Has a Japanese GPS, which is super cool. I know it's not practical for United States or whatever, but turning the car on and just seeing like Japanese letters and maps is pretty cool. And honestly, this car is for sale. It's only $7,500, a little more than the Honda Life. It's a real car. It has the B20, has all that good stuff. It has some stains because you know this is called the Honda SEX, so it is a little dirty in here, but it's a great car. And I honestly can see myself buying this car if one of you guys don't buy it and I get rid of the Life and all that stuff. If this car's still here in 2 months, I'm telling you, I will own it. And now that I have the Life back in New York, I'm like, you know what, let me drive to my homie's crib, compare the Life to the SMX. And it's not like they have so many things in common. One's a K car, one's not. But if you just look at the front ends, tell me this is not just a smaller version of the car. And they even had Lifes that had this same little like black thing. I'll show you guys a picture right now. Even back here, there's some similarities. The tail lights are extra long, has a little like extended bumper. Same with this guy, long tail lights. The step wagon is exactly the same. I wish I had a step wagon park here to park like all three of them next to each other, but let's start the review. So first, let's talk about the Honda Life. This is a K car, of course, 660cc, comes with an E07A motor. Apparently that one has like some better horsepower. It's also fuel injected. It's a 4-door. Here's a look at the back. Nice little shape and setup. I'll open the trunk up first. Show you guys some of the quirks in this car. Back here you have the spare tire. These seats actually go back, so if you have like a taller passenger, you're able to lock them in place all the way back here. Wow, that's a lot of space. And something very cool about space in this guy, some quirks that we're going to learn throughout the way when I own this car a little longer, but you have a nice little basket under here, which is nice. And then if you pull this seat all the way forward, drop this down, take off the headrest, you get a nice little bed. So you're able to, I don't want to say sleep, but you're able to lay back here very comfortably. I'm about 5'9". I'm not going to take off the headrest, but you get the point. I got more than enough room for me to just chill back here after a long road trip in my good old Honda Life. So that's one feature that I guess you could say the Honda SMX and Life share. Gotta love this pattern too, man. Tell me it's a 90s without telling me it's a 90s. Another look at the interior. This pops down, which is cool. All this works. Here's a look at the cluster, power windows and everything right there. I believe the SMX has that same exact setup. Radio, I wish I could put a doubled in, but I cannot. And then that's kind of it. When it comes to K cars, everything is pretty bare bones. You don't get any storage there. Only 2 front speakers, no storage pockets back there. Here's a look at the driver's side. You do get a nice little pocket there. Nice huge speaker right there. Like I mentioned, power windows, some empty switches. I'm actually pretty curious on what those can be. But all right, let's move on to the SMX. Let's start off with the trunk on the SMX. So it opens just like this. The reason I really wanted this guy, as you can see, it has some body mounting points. So I got the Motocompo back there nice and easy. But this seat goes forward and back. You pull this guy, goes just like this. And then you pull this and it goes up just like that. And then there's obviously enough room for maybe 1 or 2 Motocompos. Then this comes down just like that. You pull this guy back up. And then to pull it down, you grab this, and then you get your little bed action, which is kind of similar to this. It just has a split seat, of course, so it's not exactly the same, but you can still lay down. And then this seat goes forward, of course, and then you can see this little like textured pattern, so you don't have to worry about your seats getting dirty. Same with this guy. Nice little like textured, same as this material, which I really like because you don't got to worry about stuff getting dirty. Now onto the back seats. This guy actually has roll windows, which I thought was pretty interesting, but it's a 3-door setup. On this side, you have some storage under here. That opens right there. You got 2 cup holders, more storage, some light, 2 speakers, which I absolutely love, and then a lot of headroom. You got a lot of space back here. I have my hat on, but a lot of space. Let's work our way to the front. Up here, you have a bunch of fun quirks. One of my favorite being this little dinner table. So you can see the indentation there for your drink. You're able to rest that there, eat your snacks there. Under that, you have your glove box. You have your hidden cup holders here. Change, has a pull button. I'm gonna show you guys the GPS in a second, but there's a lot of room. Has a little armrest that comes down if you need it. You can put it back up. And I know the car looks super dirty, but honestly, this is not a red flag. To be honest, this car just needs to be detailed. The guy who bought it, he lives in Florida, so he doesn't really care too much about this car. But it's for sale if anybody wants. 67,000 kilometers. Honestly, none of this stuff is a red flag to me. I already bought some floor mats, to be honest. I bought some floor mats from Up Garage just to be here any day now. I got them for all things JDM. Like, that's how much I want to buy this car. I'm already buying parts for a car that I don't even own. But let me show you guys the GPS. I'll turn this key a bit. Like I mentioned, 67,000 kilometers, B20. Look at this thing. I'm gonna pull out my phone so you can see it even better. Look at this gem right here. Are you kidding me? Like, obviously we're not here. There isn't lands of water over there. We're in congested New York City, but I would not change this if this was my car. I don't care if it doesn't work. I don't care if it has no function. This, including the dash cam, great touches. It has a front and rear dash cam at that. But this guy, automatic JDM points. AC, of course, power windows in the front. I'll show you guys under the engine bay in a second, but it's automatic. Shifter right here. It's smooth. When I was driving this in Texas, I had no complaints about it. It was pretty comfortable. It wasn't as fast as I thought. I guess I thought it would be a little quicker, but like the Crown was like real car fast. This thing was able to go like 120, 140 kilometers. I'll probably insert a video right now because I made a bunch of videos of me driving this thing. But the battery's dead, of course, because it hasn't been started in a while. But let me actually see if I can start it right now. Pretty sure I should crank up with that being there. It needed a little boost, but it is on. Honda reliability, you know how that goes. I would definitely put a nice intake there, maybe put it up to here or something. That way to breathe up all the cold air and not some hot air. But this thing is nice, man. I'm telling you. If anybody wants it, $7,500. If you don't want it, trust me, you guys will see it on the channel in a couple months, maybe a couple weeks. I gotta get rid of the Life first. I gotta get rid of the Delica first. I gotta maybe keep the Moto Compo, maybe get another Moto Compo. But here's the SMX. I think the steering wheels are pretty much the same too. Wait, before we move on, let me mention this guy. This thing is super cool. So you turn this and you turn this, and then this thing just comes like slides off like, and then boom. Pop this open. And the one in Texas did not have that, and that's why I was like, damn, to drive 27 hours and I don't even get like this cool little moonroof setup. It's already tinted, you don't feel any of the sun coming through. I was like, I should just wait for the one in New York. I should just wait for the New York. How do you beat this? How do you beat that? Especially living in New York, you need one of those. And then I get this. I'm telling you, this is like a for sale video, not really, it's like a comparison video. But I want to buy this SMX. I don't want one of you guys to buy it, but if you do, I got some floor mats for you if you want them. So I'm in this video here, fun little comparison between the SMX and the Life. I hope I get one of those eventually. We're gonna make a bunch of fun videos on Life coming soon, and I catch you guys on the next one.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.